Hey everybody, Emma here, also known as 8vinyllow, bringing you all another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing some of the very generous gifts that I've received over the past couple of weeks. They're kind of considered my birthday VCLT. My birthday was July 14th, and I was actually lucky enough to celebrate my birthday in Nashville with the youngest members of the VC. I know that I've talked about that Nashville trip a handful of times on this channel. If you know the other members of the VC, if you subscribe to them, you have heard about this trip. And again, I'm going to use this kind of time here to plug the premiere of the documentary again. Dylan over at the Record Spinner filmed the entire week we were together, and I'm telling you, we all sat down and kind of watched bits and pieces of it together. I'm telling you, you guys do not want to miss it. If you just like seeing people enjoying themselves, having fun, gathering together, and talking and listening to great music, that's what the vinyl community is about, and that's what you're going to get in the documentary. So this Friday, August 6th, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, will be the premiere of the youngest members of the VC Take Nashville documentary over at Dylan's channel at the Record Spinner. You should be subbed to him already, but if you're not, I'm going to link him down below. Again, do not miss that. It's going to be set as a premiere on Friday, but you can also view it after 9 a.m. You can view it like your general viewing. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it's a long one. So grab your coffee, make your breakfast, do whatever you want to do. 9 a.m. Eastern Time, be there. There's going to be a live chat. I'm hoping to be on there with you guys for a little bit, and it's going to be a fun time. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss that, so be there. Moving along to the birthday VCLT, outside of the youngest members of the VC, some of my other very close friends here in the vinyl community did send me very generous gifts for my birthday. So I did want to take time to showcase them and show my appreciation for the gifts on camera. So the first kind of handful of gifts here come from Jeff Kempen and his wife, Cor. The first gift that they sent me a couple of gifts. The first gift that they sent me is Mr. Robert Cray. This is an album that I did not have. The only album from Robert Cray that I have in my collection is the one that Jeff sent me, which is Strong Persuader, a must-have for any collection. I definitely was missing out, and a couple of years ago, he finally got that into my collection. Ever since then, I've been absolutely hooked, huge fan of Robert Cray, and now I'm going to see him, actually the same show that Jeff and Cora are seeing him in the next kind of month or so. We're going to be seeing Robert Cray front row. This was a show that was supposed to take place in March of 2020, and well, of course, we know what happened then. Kind of COVID took over the world. So that got postponed. Finally, it's coming back. Fingers crossed. I don't know what the state of this world right now, what's going on, but fingers crossed we're able to see our Robert Cray show front row. But he did send me this Robert Cray record, Robert Cray and High Rhythm. They do an absolutely phenomenal job on this release. I think it came out a couple of years ago or a few years ago now, but this is just absolutely classic Robert Cray stuff. So you cannot go wrong with that. So Jeff sent me this, but not only that, him and his wife Cor got me a very, very sentimental, special gift that I'm really excited to have kind of showcased here in the music room. Now, for a couple of reasons. One, this is just really cool to have in terms of a music room and being a music lover. Music is what feelings sound like. I love that quote here on this piece. But it's sentimental because if you watch me and my channel, you know that not only do I collect records, I also collect guitar picks. Guitar picks is like my second love in terms of collecting. First is records, second is guitar picks. And to be fair, I've been collecting guitar picks a little longer than I've been collecting records. So to have this very beautiful piece in my hands, it's going to look gorgeous in the music room. So again, so thoughtful. Cor, Jeff, I can't wait to see you guys. I hope to see you very, very soon, but thank you so much for these gifts. They really do mean a lot, so thank you. The next gift was sent by my buddy Bill over at the Vinylverse. He finally put this gem in my hands, this must-have for any collection, into my hands. And this is, of course, the B-52's Music on Vinyl Pressing. I listened to this the other night, and it sounded absolutely phenomenal. As always, Music on Vinyl does a fantastic job. But the B-52's classic album from 1979, of course, you have Rock Lobster on here and a bunch of other goodies. This is so fantastic, and I'm so happy that Bill finally put this into my hands, because this is something that I've definitely been lacking in my collection. So thank you so much, Bill. This next one comes from my buddy Tim over at High Noon's Vinyl. He has talked about this artist and shared this artist's music with me for like the last year and a half, and I have absolutely dug everything that Tim has sent and that I've heard from this artist. However, I never picked up anything by this artist on vinyl. So finally, when I opened this, it brought a smile to my face, because I finally have a vinyl version of something from this artist. So Tim, thank you so much. Of course, we're talking about Marcus King, the Marcus King Band, and this is the album Soul Insight. I am so excited to listen to this record. Can't wait. So, Tim, thank you so much. All right, the next round of gifts comes from the youngest members of the VC. This was VCLT that I actually unboxed in Nashville. So, if you're curious to see my initial reactions to receiving this VCLT, again, do not miss the documentary over at Dylan's channel, The Record Spinner. Goes up this Friday, August 6th, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So I'm just going to get right into it. So the first lot, the first kind of bundle here of VCLT came from Marican. This includes the initial VCLT that they gave me for my birthday, as well as gifts that they gave me throughout the trip. We were putting things in each other's hands and buying records for each other. So I'm going to be showcasing all of the records that I received as gifts in Nashville for the Nashville trip. And then remember, sometime this week, before the documentary goes up, I'm going to be posting my actual Nashville haul, where I will show you all of the records I bought, and you can take a guess at how much money I spent. But anyway, we'll save that for that video. So the first batch comes from Marican, over at Marican Craddock, of course, Marican and Jared. This one, guys, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Cheap Tricks Greatest Hits, Japanese CD version with the Obi strip. Absolutely killer for the Cheap Trick collection. Come on. I mean, so freaking awesome. Love Japanese Cheap Trick. I mean, Japan broke Cheap Trick, so that connection is always very, very special and helps build up my Cheap Trick collection. She also gave me 45 RPM single of Voices and the House is Rockin', of course, off of Dream Please. Great addition to my Cheap Trick 45 collection. The only 45s that I really collect are Cheap Trick related, so perfect addition to the collection. This gift made me cry. So, just throwing that out there. Again, these are all from Marican. Japanese pressing of Cheap Tricks in color. This was actually part of Marican's collection, and when we were at her house and I was going through the records, of course I went to the Cheap Trick section and started drooling over this copy, and she gave it to me. So, tears were shed, hugs were given, and just plenty of thank yous going around. Again, I'm going to tell you, Marican, thank you so much. I know you probably have an idea of how much this means to me, but it really does mean a lot. And I'm buzzing just thinking about it. I'm smiling. So thank you so much. But it does not stop there. She also gifted me, of course, Double Fantasy. There's a Cheap Trick connection here. I'm going to share it real quickly again for those of you that don't know. Rick Nielsen and Bunny Carlos of Cheap Trick were asked to play on this record. They were asked to play, of course, I'm Losing You, and for some reason, people say it was Yoker or whatever it was, that version was scrapped. So the Rick Nielsen and Bunny Carlos version was not put on this album, even though in my opinion it should have been, because it's better. But anyway... So, I actually gifted my copy of this to Dylan over at the Record Spinner, I think last Christmas, and never picked up another one. So, Marican was able to get that for me. Not only that, single-handedly building my Queen collection. Of course, she's the Queen of Queen, and this is her favorite album from Queen, probably her favorite album of all time, Sheer Heart Attack by Queen. She put this in my hands, and I gave her Cheap Trick's debut. So our favorite albums from our favorite bands, we kind of swapped and flip-flopped. So finally have that in the collection. She just kept going. She gave me Queen's Greatest Hits. Like I said, she's single-handedly building up my Queen collection. This is the Walmart exclusive that's on white and red vinyl. So she said that she was going to do a giveaway with this, but she knew how much that I wanted to build up my Queen collection, and she put this in my hands. Very, very generous. So thank you so much, Marikan, for these gifts again. I know I tell you that, but thank you so much. Very, very cool. All right, this next gift is from Jenna over at Spins and Needles, and this was the wrapping that was done. Now, if you want to know the backstory about this wrapping, you need to watch the documentary on August 6th, 9 a.m. Eastern, over at Dylan at the Record Spinners channel. Am I doing a good job, guys, plugging this? Am I saying it enough? Go watch it. But so if you're curious, that's where you're going to get the answer. I'm not going to tell you here. See how this works? I don't know if that's clickbait or what that is, but watch the documentary and you will get your answers. But she didn't just give me this beautiful wrap job that I'm going to end up actually getting framed and hung up somewhere in this room. And if you know, you know. Also gave me Mr. Eric Clapton, Unplugged. Beautiful album by such a controversial idiot. I have to go there. So anyway, there we go. Beautiful album though. Beautiful, beautiful record. Right, the next few records are from Dylan over at the Record Spinner. Marikan single-handedly building my Queen collection. Dylan single-handedly building my Pink Floyd collection. He gave me I think he's given me 2 or 3 Pink Floyd albums already. So now I have Saucer Full of Secrets. This is the Record Store Day edition, the original mono mix. So great to continue to build my Pink Floyd collection thanks to Mr. Pink Floyd, Dylan at the Record Spinner. He also gave me this very cool German import, Something Else from The Move, a maxi single 45 RPM. I had asked Dylan at his record store if they had anything from The Move. He showed me this. I was like, that's so cool. Eventually I'm going to pick that up if it's still at the shop. Well, he brought it with him to Nashville and gifted this to me. So another great addition for one of my favorite bands that I've really come to love over the last year, The Move. So have that. And then when we were at Allison's record shop, he decided to pick me up a record because I did not have this. And the same thing with Marikan and Sheer Heart Attack by Queen. This is Dylan's Sheer Heart Attack. Of course, Kiss. This is Love Gun. And if you know Dylan, you know that Kiss is his favorite band. And Love Gun, I believe, was the first album that he ever received from this band. So it definitely has sentimental value to him, and now it has sentimental value to me because of that connection, the connection that we have and the friendship that we have. So I'm very thankful to finally have this in the collection. Thank you, Dylan. All right, the last bundle of gifts comes from Mike over at Retro Spin Vinyl. He got me an eclectic mix of gifts. Poster, socks, and then something that made me basically cry. Again, plugging the documentary. You can go watch that unboxing there. August 6th, the Record Spinner, 9 a.m. Eastern. First off, he got me this poster. Good old Paw Wars, and if you know me, you know I enjoy my Star Wars. It's a really, really cute poster. Also got me Goo Socks, Love Me the Mandalorian. I don't even know if Mike has watched The Mandalorian, so Mike, watch it. Just do it. But this, like I said, this was another really special gift to receive. This is something that I have been eyeing for such a long time, and it's getting harder and harder to find. It was always something that was kind of difficult to find in the Cheap Trick world. But over the last kind of year or so, it's just been getting harder and harder. So this is Cheap Trick, the Magic Box, Woke Up with a Monster. This was a promo for, of course, their album, Woke Up with a Monster. And as you can see here, it kind of serves as like a magic box. You open that up, and there is the CD. So, get the booklet. So you can see I woke up with the Monster poster back there. This cover has always been fascinating to me, but the album kicks butt. Not a fan of the cover, but album's very, very good. This poster I have up behind me. Really, really good, solid release. And then, of course, the CD. So again, one of just those unique Cheap Trick promo items that I've always eyed and never got, and Mike definitely hooked it up. So tears were definitely in my eyes for this as well. So Mike, thank you so much. With that, everybody, that's it for birthday VCLT. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I'm going to plug this one last time. I'm sure you're tired, but I don't care. One last time. Dylan, the record spinner, link down below. This Friday, August 6th, 9 a.m. Eastern, the premiere of the youngest members of the VC take Nashville. And again, you get the answer behind this. If anything else, don't you want to know? Aren't you curious now? So that's all for this video, everybody. I'm hoping to have my Nashville record haul up before the premiere hits on Friday, so keep an eye out on that. But that's all for this video, guys. I hope that all of you are doing well, staying safe, and I will see you all for my next video. Bye, guys.